Varsity Basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're here at Sidney High School, the Hive, where the Xenia Buccaneers will take on the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Neminster Bank, Pratt Industries, Unoxil Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. You're looking live here at the Hive at Sidney High School. My name's Brandon Coverman, along with me, Michael Laws. And take a look, Michael, at this key Miami Valley League showdown early on in the season. You take a look at the Xenia Buccaneers. They're sitting at 0-3. They had a game against Piqua on Friday night. They had a double-digit lead, lost it. 0-3, winless in the conference, but they got a chance to get their first win here tonight against Sidney.
Yes, and they have a lot of talent, and a lot of their offense runs through Damian Weaver, averaging 15 points a game. And in that Piqua game, they were up by 20 and ended up blowing the lead. So, and also, so a big key for them is to be able to finish this contest and go for the entire 32 minutes and play completely through. And if they can do that, they might be able to get their first win.
And look on the flip side here for Sidney, John Willoughby in his 6th season. His Sidney Yellow Jackets, they're at 3-1. Their only loss in the season is also to Piqua. But they've picked up a couple wins. They're averaging 56 points on offense. They're giving up 46 on defense. Sidney looking to try to get another league title this year, and they've got a really talented roster that's very senior and sophomore heavy.
They're very athletic, like to handle the ball very, very well. They move the ball around very well. A lot of their offense runs through Azon Steele, and they like to connect and share the basketball. That's a big thing John Willoughby has talked about, making sure they share the basketball and make it a team effort. And they've done that, and that's proved that in their 3-1 record.
Should be a very good contest that we'll have for you here on NKTelco Sports. We'll step aside, have the national anthem, the starting lineups, and the keys to the game, and tip-off here next between Xenia and Sidney on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back here to Sidney High School. Let's take a look at our Emerson Climate Technology starting lineups here first for the Xenia Buccaneers. 6'1" senior number 1, Aiden Rose. 6'2" senior number 3, Damian Weaver, averaging 15.7 points a game, lead scorer for his team. 6'4", senior number 4, Kellen Starks, averaging exactly 10 points a contest. 6'4", senior number 5, Joey Dawson. And rounding out the lineup, senior number 10, Nate Fele. And we take a look at, again, our starting lineups, again, sponsored to you by Emerson Climate Technologies, as we meet the Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineups for the Sidney Yellow Jackets. 6'2", senior number 2, Sam Reynolds. 6', senior number 3, Miles Vordemark. 5'10", sophomore number 1, Aizen Steele. 5'9", sophomore number 5, Julius Spradling. And rounding out the lineup, number 12, 6'4", junior, Mitchell Davis. All starting lineups again sponsored by Emerson Climate Technology. The Sidney head coach is in his 6th season, is John Willoughby, longtime head coach of the Houston Wildcats as well. So let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. And first, I will take a look at the keys for the Xenia Buccaneers.
For Coach Arlinghouse, must limit the turnovers. They need to make free throws. Currently, they're averaging 42%. Needs to improve on that and limit their transition baskets and the easy opportunities coming back the other way.
Taking a look at the keys for Sidney.
Sidney, Coach Willoughby ready to play early, defend the dribble penetration, contain Weaver, and match them on the boards.
And thanks to Keyhole Pizza for sponsoring those keys to the game, and we're underway here at Sidney High School. Miles Vordemark with the basketball. It works out into Steele on the left side, Reynolds. Should be a fast-paced game. Spradling with the basketball, trying to go on the inside. Spradling tries to shoot off the glass. No good. Spradling gets his rebound on the inside. Davis puts it in. Mitchell Davis lays it in. Sidney's got a 2-0 lead on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Yeah, great. That's where it stems from is Steele and Spradling really making things happen, moving the basketball, and get the first points of the game.
Again, it's going to be a fast-paced game here tonight, and I got away with a walk there. Xenia gets the offensive rebound and give it up. It's a turnover. Vordemark in transition. Vordemark looked at a 3, gives it up. Steele fires a 3, in and out. Rebound goes down to Kellen Starks. As Weaver brings it up. Weaver brings it back, or Weaver has the basketball. Weaver gives it up over to Dawson. Dawson back to Weaver, playing a little pitch and catch. And there's 3 balls, no good by Weaver. It's going to fall in the hands of Aizen Steele.
A lot of Sidney offense really starts with Steele and Spradling. They really are the 2 catalysts moving things around. Sam Reynolds gets involved, Vordemark as well.
Shot deflected on the inside. It'll stay with the Jackets. 2-0 Sidney ahead, 6:26 to go in the first quarter on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Yeah, a little bit calmer, I think, from Sidney right now. Xenia's still a little bit nervous here. Right now, Sidney seems to at least have the ability to be able to keep control here early, at least in the first part here.
Vordemark eyes and flies a 3. It's no good. Rebound popping around, goes down to Xenia. They run the break up ahead to Fele. Fele, a 3 in transition, in and out, pops around down to Vordemark. He looks to push the break, but he's just going to pull it back out as he's chased by a double team by the Bucks. Steele driving on the inside. Back out Vordemark. Left side, Reynolds. Reynolds trying to get on the inside. Reynolds, jump shot. Goes in. Nice little jump shot by Sam Reynolds, and he claps his hands in happiness.
Yeah, he got that nice bounce right off the front of the rim there and be able to put that in. A lot of stuff. Great opening game for Reynolds against Fairborn early.
Relay shot's no good. Rebound falls down to Reynolds. 4-0 Sidney here quickly. A's and Steele in the corner. Steele driving on the inside. Steele to the basket. Off balance shot, no good. Rebound falls down to Xenia. Up ahead, Dawson. Up ahead to a streaking number 4, Kellen Starks. And he gets Xenia on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Be able to get that good, and it's got to be a nice relief here for the Bucks to be able to get on the board here and only be down 2.
Shot's no good on the inside. And Xenia pushes it up ahead. And a deep 3 here from Rose from the left wing. Oh, and it just missed. It looked like it was going in from our view up here.
Yeah, not a friendly bounce there, but the got one goes.
And that one goes down there for Joey Dawson. And now it's a 5-4 Xenia lead on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Yeah, they definitely starting to find their rhythm here after their first couple of possessions, being able to find that. Now Sidney trying to attack.
Bordemark tries to get the lead back, can't do it. Goes up to Weaver. Weaver driving on the inside. Weaver trying to draw contact, and he's going to shoot 2. So Damian Weaver again averaging 15.7 a contest, as we're going to have our first substitution. Tremonde Henry going to be in the lineup here in a second.
A lot of what Xenia does is runs through Weaver. As you said, 15.5 points a game average.
And Weaver sinks the first free throw as Henry in the lineup. And Weaver splits it from the line, but you know, it's split deal. Xenia keeps the basketball though.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate there on the, I think he lost the basketball there a little bit, going out of bounds, and keeps it with the Buccaneers.
Xenia on the left side, trying to work on the inside. Make a move, kick out, 3-pointer from the corner is good. That's number 13, Tremonde Henry, who just came off the bench and cans a 3 from the corner.
Xenia not afraid to shoot the 3, and already 6 attempts, making 2 of them.
It's a 9-0 Xenia run after Sidney scored the first 4 points of the contest. Reynolds on the inside to A's and Steele. Steele's blocked on the inside. It's been all Xenia here as of late.
Yeah, Sidney cold last couple trips down the floor.
3-pointer from the right wing. Shot's no good. Spradling pulls it down. Spradling losing the basketball.
Yeah, he was able to keep the basketball. That's normally he doesn't have that much of an issue holding the basketball, but that one got away from him. Luckily, he was able to keep it.
Reynolds takes the 3-point shot, got it. Sam Reynolds from the top of the key hits the 3-pointer. Sidney back within 2.
And that's kind of rare for a bigger guy to be able to hit from 3, but he had a tremendous game of that one I covered earlier with against Fairborn, and was just all over the place and can really shoot from anywhere.
9-7, Xenia ahead of Sidney with 2:45 to go here in the first quarter on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Drive on the inside is good. Count the basket to Damian Weaver.
That was a key for Coach Willoughby to be able to contain Weaver. He's going to be able to penetrate on the dribble, and that was one thing. That was a note that he really needs to be able to try to control him and contain him.
Reynolds left wing, shot's no good. Steele gets the rebound, pirouettes his way on the baseline and puts it in. Nice play by A's and Steele.
He knows how to handle the basketball. As I mentioned, him and Spradlin really kind of are the catalysts for this, and being able to come up with that rebound, get that. And it looks like we got something off the ball, and we got a block, and it's gonna give the ball back to the Jackets.
Coming in the lineup here is Elijah Withers and Aiden Rose come in the lineup. Spradling will walk the ball up. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 11-9 Xenia on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Brandon Coverman and Michael Laws on this Tuesday night here in Miami Valley League action. They give the ball up to Reynolds. He shot fakes on the inside. Steps to the basket. Shot's no good. Xenia out running quickly. Xenia tries to penetrate on the inside. Shots blocked by Mitchell Davis. The Miami Valley leader in blocks gets another one, and going up to the basket, it's deflected, and it'll stay with the Jackets.
Yeah, was able to make sure that he didn't get up off the floor there, and able to keep the ball down and create that, and at least, but the ball does stay with the Jackets on the block.
Mitchell Davis averaging 4.8 blocks a contest, which is by far and away the lead here early on in the season in the Miami Valley League.
Yeah, the conference changed and, really kind of changed the dynamic, with the, basically, separating from the GWAC and, having a little bit more of the intimate league layer.
Yeah, and kind of some of the bigger D1 schools you'd say kind of went off, like Centerville, for example. And we got a three from the corner. That's good by Aiden Rose. Some of those bigger schools, went off, and kind of some of the smaller D1 schools, so to speak, and D2 schools are now in the Miami Valley League.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a good move and a good conference alignment, and nice pairing and grouping of what you have. But it looks like we have a foul on Sidney.
Yeah, pushed off.
Yeah, push off before the shot attempt, and gives the ball back to the Buccaneers.
These guys met twice last year, split the meeting 65-55 and 56-46. Sidney winning the second one, Xenia winning the first. So these teams split last year in Miami Valley League play. Xenia leads the all-time series 42-24.
Yeah, they've met for a long. They've been meeting for a long time. They're both, as you mentioned, GWAC members, and now with this new league alignment.
I was telling you before, one of the first games I ever called for NKTelco as Weaver gets the bucket was Andre Gordon on one side of Sidney, who's playing at Texas A&M, and Samari Curtis from Xenia, who's played Division I basketball. I think it was the most talent I've ever seen in a gym, a game that I've called specifically. A very, very good game between two very good players. Sidney did get the better half of Xenia that night.
Yeah, we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of talent in basketball here in the state of Ohio, and they come out and usually end up going to some place like Ohio State or Dayton, and we've got a lot of good D1 colleges that have some tremendous basketball programs here in the state of Ohio.
Vordemark cannot connect on the first free throw. 11.5 seconds to go here in the first quarter for the 6-foot senior. Miles Vordemark was the catalyst on that Sidney football defense this year. And Vordemark cans the second free throw, splits it from the line. Sidney back within 6 as they Bucks work the ball up the floor. Work on the inside. We're going to try to get a three-pointer off at the horn. Shot's no good. Sidney won't get anything else off. It's a 16-10 Xenia lead after 8 minutes of play. We'll step aside, come back with the second quarter of action here next on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Welcome back here on NKTelco Sports. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of boys high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the replays of this game Thursday, December 22nd at 5 p.m. or Tuesday, December 27th at 9 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So, start the second quarter of play here. 16-10 Xenia was controlled by Sidney early up 4-0, but it's a 16-6 Xenia run to end the quarter.
Yeah, Xenia is not afraid to shoot the basketball from out like that. and that's really, honestly, they've been converting from 3, and that's what's really, really getting them here. And now currently a 9-point lead.
Yeah, and the second three from Aiden Rose and a game-high 9-point lead for Xenia. But like you said, this is kind of what happened for Xenia. They got off to this big lead early against Piqua, lost that game, and they're winless yet on this young season.
Yeah, they got to learn how to finish this. So they can start off, like a house of fire, but don't count this Yellow Jacket team out. Too much talent on it to be able to count it out. And they can shoot just as well. So just may not be happening right this instant, but that doesn't mean it isn't going to.
Three-pointer, no good. Rebound goes to Reynolds. He thought he might have traveled there for a second. I think he got away with something.
Yeah, he waited, and then he able to get the basketball. I think it worked out anyway. So
Reynolds out near the Sidney logo, trailing by 9, 6:54 to the halftime break. Goes on the right side, back up over to Hazen Steele. Steele back to Reynolds. Over to Vordemark. Vordemark left side. Gonna give it. Quick trigger three. No good there by Sidney from Hazen Steele.
Yeah, they've been kind of cold here. They were started off really hard, really hot, and now Sidney's kind of gone cold here. And Xenia get a chance to have a nice block.
Nice block on the inside there by Jace Daniel. Was a really good JV player last year for this Jacket team. And Vordemark to the basket. No good. Rebound quickly out to Xenia as they push the break. They go in transition here. Three-pointer from the left wing is in and out there for Damian Weaver. Ball bounces off of Xenia last. Be Sidney possession.
Yeah, Xenia's already launched 12 from converting 4 of them, but already launched 12 three-point attempts already. And so they're not afraid to do that. And so far it's worked out for them, and also contributing to this 9-point lead they have.
Again, you and I, you just watch Shelby County MAC basketball. 12 threes and a half. Not even in a quarter, not even through a quarter half is a lot.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of shooters of them farm boys out there in Shelby County in the MAC, I'll tell you. So, here you get a little bit more finesse, I think, here with the Miami Valley League.
Shot no good on the inside, but there's a foul going up. And that's going to be the third team foul against Xenia. That foul going to go against that was Elijah Withers. And they're going to say it was shooting. So 2 free throws coming up here for Jai Foster Wheeler. And Sidney desperately needing something from the line. They cannot connect as Spradling back in line, the 5'9" sophomore.
Yeah, that's a big key. That was Xenia's big key was free throws, and right now Sidney 1 for 3 from the line.
Foster Wheeler dips knees, fires, cannot connect. Sidney gets an empty trip, and the Sidney team really looking down at it. 5 seniors: Sam Reynolds, Miles Vordemark, Jai Foster Wheeler, Elijah Van Hook, and Lucas Marlowe.
And a lot of the seniors on this team are Reynolds is seeing a lot of the time of the basketball, but like Jai Foster Wheeler has been coming off the bench, and a lot of the seniors are doing a little bit more of the role playing here. Where you have an Azon Steele and a Spradlin into the lineup. So usually in this part of the starting 5, and they come in a bench role.
Xenia working, and there's an illegal screen, I believe. And they're going to call it travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the travel, so that will not basket will not count.
And Sidney desperately needing some offense here. It's been an offensively dry start to the second quarter. Only 3 points in 3 minutes, coming off a 3 from Xenia. And there's a body.
Yeah, there was extended the arms evidently. So
against Juan Underwood. So
already a second foul already. So
Xenia tightly guarding the inbound. Reynolds on the right side. Reynolds trying to go to the basket. Reynolds going to kick it out. Left side. Goes in the corner. Azen Steele. Steele cradles the baseline. Kicks it out. 3-pointers. No good from Jace Daniel. Sidney gets the offensive board. Sidney kicking it out to Reynolds. Back out. Goes over to Steele. Steele weighing his options. Gives it over to Spradling. Spradling going to go out near the volleyball line. And Sidney again being patient here. And there's a travel.
Yeah.
Good call by the official as Xenia brings in a couple substitutions in Aiden Rose and Damian Weaver.
Yeah, Xenia actually kind of caused that. Couldn't get the ball onto the floor, and he was able to make that extra step and causing the travel.
So 19-10. Xenia ahead of Sidney on the First National Bank Pink First scoreboard. If you didn't catch the JV contest, it was a 41-36 Xenia win over Sidney.
Caught the tail end of that. That was pretty back and forth actually. So that was a good showing and some good guys coming up here for both squads.
Damian Weaver gets to the basket, and Weaver's got 7. And Coach John Willoughby wants a precision strip timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 21-10, Xenia over Sidney here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here. And here. And here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Welcome back here on NKTelco Sports. Out of the Precision Strip timeout, we'd like to remind you of some of our additional sponsors: Arbrook Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securecom, and the St. Henry Bank. Keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank. Timeouts, Precision Strip. Starting lineup, Emerson Copeland Technologies. Our player of the game, which Michael and I will select at the end here, is brought to you, as always, by NKTelco. So out of the Precision Strip timeout, a 21-10 Xenia lead over Sidney. And Sidney, halfway through this quarter, Michael, no points yet.
Yeah, that's really surprising. You know, it's not for lack of effort. They've been attacking, but they finally got one there with Reynolds.
And finally break that deadlock with 3:47 to go here in the second quarter. Much needed bucket as Reynolds has a team high 7 now, and Sidney's got something going. They get the turnover in transition. It's Steele trying to break down the defense, kicks out Vortimark for a 3 and overshot it.
Yeah, got a little happy there, but now they gave it up. Now back come the Jackets.
3-on-2. Vortimark loses it. Vortimark fouled from behind, and 2 refs called it up once. So
that's always good when you get 2 refs calling the same thing.
Hey, it's a 100% guarantee, I guess, that something's going to happen. Sitting on a stack formation on the left side of the key. Get it into Vortimark on the left side. And laying it in is Miles Vortimark. Vortimark gets in the box score.
Nice way to drive it there. Oh, yep, we did get a kick there. Trying to really press that defense. I think just try to get a couple more points here before the half. I don't think they necessarily want to, need to get back, but definitely want to get some more offense on what they've had.
And Sidney is getting pressure. It's full court pressure now. They're amping it up in the half court. There's a 3 from the corner. Shot just falls out. Reynolds gets the rebound, and he's fouled in the process. That's the last foul to give for Xenia.
Yeah, there's been a lot of contact here and a lot of fouls. So usually you don't get that in the first half. Usually in the second half you get that a little bit more here. But going quickly here, you've got about 3 minutes. So Sidney could, next foul, go to the line.
And so Starks will head to the bench with 2 fouls. The second lead scorer for Xenia in a little bit of foul trouble here. Vortimark with the basketball. Vortimark trying to get it on the inside to Reynolds. Jump shot fading away. No good. Xenia pushing it up ahead quickly. Up in the lane, it's Withers to the basket. Elijah Withers gets in the box score.
Yeah, big key that Coach Willoughby had talked about was match them on the boards, and so far Xenia, so far they have been winning that, but Xenia is still being very competitive there on the boards.
23-14, Xenia ahead of Sidney. Here is Mitchell Davis coming back in the lineup as Jace Daniels will get a breather and go to the bench. Looks like Sidney's only going to go really about 7-8 deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't go very deep when I had them against Fairborn, but the good news is you get some nice senior depth coming off that bench, and that will belong to Xenia there on the turnover.
And Sidney, again, turn it over here, but they'll amp up that full court pressure.
I think that was what Coach was talking about in that timeout. And unfortunately, that press got him, and giving up that too.
Tremonde Henry with the bucket. He's got 5 now. And Xenia had 25-14. Again, tied for their largest of the night, an 11-point deficit for the Jackets. Vordemark trying to decrease it to 8. 3-pointers, no good. Rebound falls down to Xenia. They push it up ahead quickly. It's Weaver in the forecourt. Hands it off over to Withers. There's a deep 3-pointer. It's no good. Down to Vordemark.
It was kind of an odd choice, especially with that much coverage and that far deep. But
Davis gets it on the block, kicks out Reynolds. Reynolds quick fires the 3. It's no good. Vordemark, the offensive board, backing his way down to the basket and puts it in. Miles Vordemark with a tough basket for the Jackets.
Yeah, definitely trying to crawl this back in now, cutting it to 9.
Vordemark trying his chance at a steal. Xenia got to slow things down. Cross-court pass intercepted by Reynolds. He looks to see what's going on around in the defense. Gets it out on the left side to Vordemark. He gets a shot fake on the inside. Off-balance shot. It's no good, but it's going to stay with Sidney as Xenia couldn't corral it.
Yeah, they're so far it rebounding wise, Coach Willoughby, had talked about that. They are winning that battle right now. Xenia's staying with them, but definitely have that now. 3 attempt.
Ace and steal, no good. Offensive rebound down to Sidney. Vordemark gets it on the right side with 32 seconds to go. Vordemark drives on the inside. He was fouled on the floor. He'll shoot 1-and-1 free throws.
Yeah, he was trying to move over. I think he was trying to get up and got him before he was able to do that, but still will, with them being in foul trouble, being in the single bonus, we'll send him to the line.
Vordemark dips the knees, fires, and hits it. He's got Sidney back within 7 as Aiden Rose checks back in the lineup, and coming in for Sidney is Daniels come back in.
Yep. He was in earlier. Checking back in probably to finish the half.
And Vordemark splits it from the line. He's got 5. Quickly up ahead. Sidney nearly got a deflection and a steal. Xenia going to try to make him pay with a 3-pointer. Shot's no good. Rebound down to Davis. Quickly up ahead. Reynolds going to throw the pass. Nearly turned over. What a play. Oh, and he missed the bunny. What a wild sequence of events. There's a foul by Xenia.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's pretty mad that he thought he had that, and he's trying to get calm, but he at least got fouled and at least be able to try to make up for it.
Yeah.
Here. But yeah, he was pretty upset with himself that he didn't put that away.
Yeah, but you put a good point there in saying, he could get the 2 back here, and he's got half it back here. And he's got 8 points now on the night.
Yeah, he was I think, pretty upset with himself, but he can make it up, and he sure did.
So, no harm, no foul there for Sam Reynolds.
Yeah, well, a foul, that's what got him there, I guess.
That's
but yeah.
True. 3-pointer at the horn, no good. As we head to halftime, our score is 25-19. Xenia ahead of Sidney. We'll step aside, come back with the second half of action between Xenia and Sidney. You're listening to Boys high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an Internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, here getting ready for the second half of action between Xenia and Sidney. Xenia ahead of Sidney 25-19. Here to take a look at the first half of stats. Here's Mr. Michael Laws.
Yeah, for Xenia, 2-point attempts, they went 6 for 9. 3-point attempts, 4 for 17. Free throws, they were made 1 of 2, 9 rebounds and 3 turnovers for the Buccaneers. For Sidney, they were 5 of 14 from 2-point land, 1 for 12 from 3-point land. Free throws, they made 4 of 8, 15 rebounds and 3 turnovers.
And taking a look, it was 16-10 Xenia after one quarter, now 25-19, and Sidney got out to that 4-0 start, and then Xenia just seemed to take control, and Sidney hit really a cold spell there to begin that second quarter. It was about over 4 minutes without a field goal to start that second quarter.
Yeah, they were cold as ice. I mean, they just were nothing was falling at all. And you can just tell by the numbers. I mean, it wasn't for lack of trying. It was just, just really, really cold. But I think a good key, you're going to notice, you had talked about, we brought it up, that 20-point lead Xenia had against Piqua. We'll see how they react here and see if they'll be able to hold on to this here with this currently a 6-point lead here over the Jackets that are going into the second.
Yeah, that's a good point to bring to. And Xenia still searching for that first win on the season. They lost that heartbreaker to Piqua 69-66. Piqua the only team that has beaten Sidney yet this year. As Sidney starts with the basketball in the second half, Miles Vordemark takes a shot, no good, and the rebound goes down to Aiden Rose, who had 6 points in that first half. The Bucks working it up quickly. The Bucks were 10-0 in their football season this year. They lost in the first round of the playoffs, but 10-0. First time I remember in a long time. I know I called their game against Sidney the last week of the regular season. So very good.
Yeah, they had a
matchup.
They had a lot of good football teams in the past, and then finally get a good, like you said, just getting a great season this year. Unfortunately, losing out in that first round of the playoffs of that expanded playoff system that we have here with the OHSAA.
Only inside, turnaround jumper is good to start the second half of scoring for Damian Weaver, who has 9 points to lead Xenia.
Yeah, the big thing was they were trying to contain him on that dribble and got that on a pass and was able to convert, and right now got an 8-point lead.
There's side, spiraling to Vordemark to Reynolds. Trying to run a little curl there. You get over to Steele. Steele going to shot fake. Steele going to step back. Steele trying to drive on the inside. Getting through traffic. Puts it in. Aizen Steele with the basket.
Him and Stradlin, still the catalyst and be able to make something happen. making something out of nothing, cutting this lead to 6.
Sidney trying to inject a little life into this home crowd here.
Got a pretty active student section over there, so dressed in very colorful outfits.
3-pointer, no good, and there's going to be a foul against Rose. And the foul situation last half was 8 fouls against Xenia, 2 against Sidney. So Xenia going to have a little more foul trouble than the Jackets would have.
Yeah, that was really, actually sent them to the line on a couple of one-on-ones here towards the end of the half. So, you're exactly right. Foul trouble could end up biting the Bucks here later.
Yeah, it looks like that was blocked by Rose. And that's going to be a foul against Sidney in the backcourt against Spradling. Was trying to get a little too aggressive after probably a little anger from getting that 3-point attempt blocked.
Yeah, that didn't even reach the rim, unfortunately. So, and I do think you're exactly right. I do think they did get a piece of that, but Buccaneers will keep the ball in their backcourt here.
Again, Sidney applying a little man-to-man, full-court pressure now. Trying to get the basketball. They get it up ahead across the timeline. They've got it on the inside, and it's a basket there for number 4, Kellen Starks.
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing for Sidney, is able to press, but Xenia last couple trips down the floor have been able to find those openings and get those back doors and those easy baskets.
And there's a walk there. Aizen Steele. His pivot foot picked up before anything else did, and that's a Sidney turnover.
Got to keep the simple things, got to be able to keep the basketball. And, I know he's trying to make something happen and just kind of losing that, but they're going to still try to keep the press on here. That one worked out for him, and we'll get the turnover.
I'm not surprised Rose didn't go for that ball, because maybe Vortemark would have at least, maybe body bumped him. I know the bench was right there, and, maybe could have got a foul call, but unless it's Sidney basketball.
Yeah, and the benches here at Sidney, if you've never been here, it's the chairs. They normally kind of do that. Some places do the bleachers.
Yeah.
But they got chairs set up for that.
And up ahead, Xenia leaking behind the defense. Shot no good. Cleaned up, though, by number 5, Joey Dawson.
Yeah, that was a great second attempt. Able to finish that. A lot of second attempts have been happening for Xenia. Sidney not been able to get those second chance points.
Davis with a tough basket, spinning around on the baseline, gets that 2 back. It's 31-23. Xenia on the First National Bank first scoreboard.
Sidney still pressing.
And we got a timeout by Xenia. And all timeouts this year are brought to you by Precision Strip. We'll take it with them. Xenia 31, Sidney 23, third quarter of varsity basketball action on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Back out the Precision Strip timeout. 4:38 to go here in the third quarter. Xenia 31, Sidney 23 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And, at 25-19 at the half, Xenia, taking a little bit of an advantage here so far in the early part of the third quarter.
Yeah, they've been able to put some stuff away here. Sidney gotten a couple here, but they've not been able. They've been still a little bit cold here. Still trying this full court press.
Get it inside over to Starks. Starks shot goes in and out. They get the rebound. Kicks out over to Dawson. Joey Dawson with the 3. And Xenia up to a game high, tied for the game high lead of 11 points.
Yep. Right now they've been showing they've been able to really penetrate here in this third quarter.
Spradling with a nice move in the lane, and that's exactly what Sidney's going to need if they want to get back in this ball game. And they get a steal right here quickly, and they're just going to wisely pull it out.
Press working for him there.
Vordemark loses it. Wild scrum on the floor. Vordemark might have got away with a walk.
Yeah, able to keep that basketball.
And whoa, no, they slow things down here if you're Sidney. You're getting anxious. You're trying to get all the points back in one possession, it seems like. Vordemark going to try to get 3 of them back here, and he does. Miles Vordemark hits the 3, and he's up to now 8 points.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. I think they're trying. You're seeing it that they're really thinking, oh, I want to do it. And you do have to press here some, but we're still got 3 minutes left of the third and a whole fourth quarter to go here. So
3-pointer from Sidney, no good. Rebound, Starks loses it. Vordemark rips it away. 4-on-4 break here. Ball goes up to Aizen Steele. He tries to slip through the defense to the basket. Good straight-up defense on the inside by Rose, and a frustration foul from Aizen Steele from behind.
Yeah, he's had a couple of blocks, and he's had a little bit of unfortunate. He's had a couple of baskets, but that one blocked, and then that one underneath the backboard, and now another foul.
And working up ahead. Dawson going to test his luck for another 3. Lips out. Vordemark grabs it. Vordemark going to push it over the timeline. Vordemark back up over to Spradling. Spradling trying to work on the inside. Flips it off to Davis. Davis goes up and under and loses it.
Fans calling for a foul.
Yeah. Shot's no good there on the inside, but Starks will go to the line. Kellen Starks averaging exactly 10 points a game through the 3 contests that Xenia has played. And again, this Miami Valley League, kind of like the Shelby County League a little bit, does play a double round robin. So you do play every team at their home place, and then you host them as well. So these guys will see each other later in the season again at Xenia.
Yeah, they will. Familiarity, always sometimes breeds contempt. We'll see how that goes here in the second one, especially how this one is. And Sidney can remember that we're going in, kind of having been a little bit cold here when they go down and visit Xenia later in the year.
Starks splits it from the line. Starks with 5 now on the night. 35-28. Looks like a football score out there. And 2:24 to go, and Vordemark.
Got some football players out there. So,
they do.
Yeah.
Spradling, one of those players, along with Sam Reynolds with the basketball. Over to Miles Vordemark, who was the leader of that defense. Vordemark back up over to Reynolds. Jace Daniel. And Reynolds loses it. It's going to hit off his knee and be Xenia basketball.
Yeah, that kind of got away from him there, and then just like you had mentioned, hit the leg and went on out.
And there's a walk. And I think Tremonde Henry got a little too nervous, or a little too guessing what he's going to do with the press. And that's the thing with high school kids. You see a press, and then you're like, what do I do? And you can't think when stuff like that happens.
You have to be able to handle the basketball and be able to do the things that you need and be able to control it and be able to make good decisions. If you can't handle the basketball, then you can't. There's certain things you can't do, and control the game.
Joey Dawson out there. Sidney content with letting him shoot it. Starks tracks down the rebound in the short corner, trying to get through the defense, and a foul called on Sidney. That's going to be their 4th team foul of the half. I'm going to go against Jai Foster Wheeler.
Yeah, nice weapon to have off the bench to come in. Support player for Sidney.
Box set here from Xenia. As they try to get an isolation for Starks on the inside against Foster Wheeler. He goes over his left shoulder, in and out. And Sidney gets the rebound. Vordemark back up over to Spradling. Spradling wide open, passes it up, gives it up to Jace Daniel. Daniel on the inside of Foster Wheeler. Shot's no good. Rebound down to Withers. As they quickly push up ahead to Starks. Ball flying around, and it's a Xenia turnover.
Yeah.
Transition. Vordemark, three-pointer, no good. He follows his shot, though, tracks it down. Given off in the corner. Spradling, he does not shoot, and there's a foul, a block. There's going to go against Juan Underwood. So 2 free throws coming up here for Sam Reynolds. Julius Spradling.
Yeah. Currently 4 of 8 from the line as a team, so free throw is going to be very, very important here.
Free throw good there for Julius Spradling. As Vordemark heads to the bench to get a breather. It's going to need all he can get for this fourth quarter push.
Yep. Especially the way they've been running that press, they're going to need as much breath as they can get.
Spradling splits the pair from the line, 3 points for him. Sam Reynolds picks off the pass. Quickly working up ahead, it's Sidney. Spradling, beautiful move in the lane by Julius Spradling, and Sidney back within 4. Going down the lane, shot's no good. Sidney gets the rebound, trying to get some more points back before the end of this quarter. Reynolds to the basket, lays it in, hits off the little cushion there, and Sidney's back within a possession.
Press has been working for him here, creating last 2 turnovers here and getting back within 2.
Xenia going to try to hold for the last shot here. That Sidney press still active, and there's a foul on Spradling. It's going to be his 3rd, team's 5th.
Got there just a tad late.
And you mentioned, Michael, Xenia struggles to shoot free throws. So maybe that's a reason that Sidney will keep pressing. You don't have much depth for the Jackets either.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the keys to the game, only 42% free throws shooting as a team for Xenia. And it is a concern for Coach Alhouse.
Ball's picked off. Steal to the basket to tie, and he does right at the horn. We're knotted up at 35-35 going into the fourth quarter. He made the three-quarter court shot. Doesn't matter anyway, long after the horn sounded, but we're knotted up at 35. Buckle up. Should be a good fourth quarter of action on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
We'll go back here to NKTelco Sports. Beginning of the fourth quarter of action here between Sidney and Xenia. All knotted up at 35 apiece in a frantic Sidney run there nonetheless to end the third quarter, Michael.
That pressing defense has really created that and was able to get them back, and now we are even.
And Xenia led by about as much as 11. And Sidney ahead. And this is exactly what we talked about happening against Piqua for Xenia, but they get the lead right back. Putting it in is Elijah Withers, and he'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, it's very Xenia's biggest fear has been this second half, and blowing that 20-point lead against Piqua and having this lead disintegrate.
Withers up to 5 now. And it plays with the team, too. It plays in the back of your mind. It's like, all right, well, let's not do what we did. It gets to be a mental game as well.
Absolutely. And I think Sidney's trying to fit into that, and it's like press them, like make them make decisions, and you're going to make them beat it. And, they've actually given up a couple of points on the press because of, pressing so hard and leaving that back door, but they feel it's worth the risk.
Shot no good there. As Xenia, again, getting pressed ferociously by that Sidney defense. Sidney has no more fouls to give. Xenia will shoot free throws the rest of the way, and laying it in. And laying it in is Elisha Withers, and got a timeout on the floor. It's going to be an injury timeout. Laying on the floor is Aiden Rose, and we're going to take the timeout with him here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
I'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, and catch the replays of this game Thursday, December 22nd at 5 p.m. or right after Christmas on Tuesday, December 27th at 9 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports.
What a Christmas gift to listen to me right after Christmas,
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I guess, if you want to sell it that way, I guess. But whatever is going to get the viewers there. But great work by NKTelco to be able to bring these sports here all day, and all the sports that we cover all year long.
And Aiden Rose out of the ball game, and it seemed like he went back to the locker room. Hopefully, seems to be okay. Maybe a twisted ankle, no.
Yeah, he went with the Sidney trainer when he was done. I think he stepped on, just accidentally, stepped. It was all on his foot. What at least from what we saw. So, but we're not medical experts, nor do we care to be.
Sidney pushing ahead, the break, shots no good. Dano in the corner to Reynolds, puts it in. Credit the assist to Jace Daniels as Sam Reynolds gets the bucket. 13 points for Reynolds, quickly up ahead, shots no good. Sidney with a chance to tie here. They trail 40-37 with 6 minutes to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting. I think Xenia is trying to beat that press.
Steele missed the wide open layup. Quickly up ahead. Xenia to the basket, scoring is their man, Damian Weaver.
Well, they actually gave it to Underwood.
Yeah, I was going to say. There you go.
I was going to say, I thought you had it right, but they said Underwood, but no, you were correct. That was Weaver.
So 5-point deficit for the Jackets as 5:27 to go here. They trailing by 11 at one point. There's a block on the inside. It's only going to be the third team foul on Xenia.
Xenia coach not too happy.
Again, and you're wanting that energy call too, get a charge, up 5. Things are going your way these past few possessions. Watermark.
Yeah. That was
Watermark money at the line. And he's got double figures now, joining Sam Reynolds in double figures as Mitchell Davis going to come in for Jace Daniel, again providing a little bit of that low block defense, especially on the press that Sidney will implore here after this shot, I'm sure, as Xenia gets the basketball. Florida Mark dips the knees, fires, and hits it. He's got 11 now on the night.
I think that's going to be very, very important down the stretch, both teams. His free throws, because I think we're going to see quite a few of them on both sides.
Especially Xenia's going to be in the bonus the rest of this game as well.
Exactly. Yeah, you had mentioned only two Sidney fouls in the first half, and already in bonus here now. Great steal by Reynolds.
Reynolds throws it home. Wow, Sam Reynolds brings the house down and gets Sidney back within one with the one-handed slam. Xenia trying to get it down low, and Kellen Starks in a not as exciting fashion puts it in.
But that's how Xenia's going to beat that, because I think Sidney is still going to stick with that press.
Yeah.
And if they can just get it past there, and they've done that at least on 3 occasions, being able to get through that.
And it's not necessarily a gamble by Sidney. Xenia's just beat it a few times. Steal from the corner for the tie. And we're knotted up at 44. Coach John Willoughby wants a 30-second timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip here on NKTelco Sports. I'd like to use this timeout to thank some of our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports, because without them we would not be able to bring you this high school basketball action. Some of our additional sponsors are Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, and the St. Henry Bank. And some of our other sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Overson Copeland Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. So out of the Precision Strip timeout, 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter, all knotted up again at 44. Sidney crawling back down from double digits, Michael.
Yeah, it's been that press, and they've had some gambles, given up a couple, but I think it's also worked for them, and right now they have a tie ball game here.
Starks going to go baseline. He's been the key to really try to break that press, and he's fouled, so he'll shoot 1 in bonus free throws.
But yeah, this is really going to be a telltale here for Xenia to be able to, they talked about finishing basketball games. And, big key here is free throws down, especially when you get free trips here to the free throw line.
And Starks hits the first one, gives the Xenia a 45-44 lead on the First National Bank first scoreboard. Starks, again, 10 points a game. Hovering a little below that average right now as he splits the pair from the line. Xenia does reclaim a 1-point lead, though, as we're halfway through the fourth quarter. Vordemark on the inside, hands it off over to Steele, and Azen Steele gives Sidney their first lead of the second half.
Yeah, nice feed. Steele's not normally a guy going underneath, but he'll drive, and got a rebound here, and they could add to their lead.
Quick outlet pass over to Spradling, and Sidney's off and running, and Xenia wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. Sidney ahead of Xenia, 48-45 here on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, out of the Precision Strip timeout, and it's a 48-45 Sidney lead over Xenia. And, like I said, Xenia had another double-digit lead, and they've blown another one as it's a 3-point lead now for Sidney.
Yeah, and they've been able to press it and be able to beat the trap sometimes, but that full pressure, Sidney has not let off the gas off that press. I thought they would do it a little bit after they got closer, but they have the tone has been the same completely, and they're still pressing.
And up in the forecourt, going to the basket, and there's a foul. Coach John Willoughby getting on his team, and Coach Willoughby, of course, a longtime head coach at Houston High School for many years in the 1980s, all the way up until the 2016 season after he departed Houston. He's been here ever since the 2017 season, 2016-17 season, as when John Willoughby took over here at Sidney. A lot of accomplishments there at Houston. He made the Final Four in 2011. Had some really good runs with some very good Houston teams in the mid 2000s, as 2 free throws hit there by Withers.
It's definitely a show of experience when you go from a place like Houston where you don't have, quite the, the student body, and be able to create the stuff that he does, and come here to Sidney and be successful at both places like that.
And him and, I graduated from Russia, and remember him and Russia coached Paul Bremerton in a lot of battles, and they battled in this league when Paul Bremerton coached at Troy, now coaching the Russia girls, but coached at Troy, and they had some battles here in the Miami Valley League too. So, so the second winningest coach all time, or the third winningest coach all time in Shelby County League history, I believe.
That coaching fraternity's big. And nice foul there. You got a foul, and Reynolds will go to the line.
2:44 to go here in the fourth quarter. 48-47. Sidney over Xenia, as Reynolds will shoot those 2 free throws. He leads all scorers with 15 points. As the senior goes to the line again, a phenomenal wide receiver on this football team as he cashes in the first free throw. And coming back in is Aiden Rose, who we saw down on the floor hurt earlier. He's back in the lineup, which is a great sign for Xenia.
He's moving a little bit slow, but he is, I give him a lot of credit for getting in there.
So Xenia lead back up to 3, 50-47, as Rose does have the basketball. Xenia gets through traffic. Rose wide open. He's going to shot fake. He gets around. He's going to take the jumper, and it's no good. Rebound down to Starks. Starks living on that block. His next shot is no good. Reynolds with the basketball. Pushing up here the timeline. Back to Spradling at the Sidney logo. See if Sidney runs a little more offense here with the lead. Let's see how they take care of the basketball. Ball goes from the inside to Mitchell Davis, and he lost it. Crucial turnover there for the Sidney Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that's going to be big. Ball security is going to be really, really big here late for both teams. Moving forward, especially Sidney, especially as cold as they were, but be able to get that going.
Going to the basket. Yep, good defense by Azen Steele. Up ahead to Reynolds. Shot's no good. Ahead, Dawson. Trying to get away. It's ripped back by Reynolds.
Good steal there by Reynolds to be able to pick that up.
Spradling gives it back up to Reynolds. Reynolds back to Spradling, playing a little pitch and catch here with 1.5 minutes to go and a 3-point lead. Only 4 fouls here that Xenia has. They have 2 more to give before Sidney gets in the bonus. Vordemark up at the volleyball line. Sidney content with burning some clock here. Davis on the baseline. Davis dribbles down. Back to Reynolds. He's just going to say, I'm going to pull it out. On the exchange, back to Spradling. Xenia going to trap a little bit themselves. Spradling on the inside. Davis to the basket. Tried to lay it in. Gets his own rebound. He was fouled coming down. No shots. But Sidney will take it out of bounds underneath their own basket.
That's going to be that could come back to bite Sidney later. They've got to convert on those opportunities, especially when they get them, to be able to really ice this game. You don't want to let Xenia back into this.
Reynolds right underneath the basket. I'm just saying, maybe a little condensation on the floor, maybe? I don't know, or something with Azen Steele. Blood?
Must be a blood, or...
Yeah.
Or, no, it is... I believe you're right. It is some condensation on the floor.
Again.
He's a team player using his shirt to do that. That was very much a team player there. Give him a lot of credit for that. So, that's very nice of him. So...
1:02 to go. 50-47. Sidney lead over Xenia. Vordemark with the ball on the left side. Just 1 hour and a minute to go. Reynolds gets the basketball. Xenia still with 1 more foul to give, and they're going to give it right here. That's, Weaver's first in Team 6. So it seems like they might be fouling early. I mean, it's very early to foul. They could still try to get some pressure, and they're starting to show some here. Steele in the corner, back over to Reynolds. Sidney has burnt quite a bit of clock. Coach, I don't know if that was Sidney or Xenia calling the precision strip timeout there.
Looked like Sidney. Yeah, Sidney calling that. So
again, we'll keep it here on the precision strip timeout. You see, take a look at some of the student section over there. Some girls on that Sidney team. They'll play tomorrow night against Troy here at Sidney High School. It's a game you can catch here on NKTelco Sports. Scott Fry, Jeff Henson will be on the call for that game. JV game starts at 6 o'clock. The varsity game will be to follow. So, again, another night of hoops here on NKTelco Sports that you can catch. You can catch all Sidney home games here, both boys and girls from the Hive here on NKTelco Sports, and we're glad you can join us along. Brandon Coverman, Michael Laws here to bring you the action tonight between Sidney and Xenia, and it's been a good one. Sidney up 50-47.
This has been a good one. Sidney being cold and being able to come back into this thing has been, kind of the poor shooting first quarter that they had, and able to crawl, just like you said, crawl back into this. That defense, once Coach Willoughby called a timeout, and they went to basically a press, full court press defense, and they've not let off the gas from that ever since, and really got them to come back into this. They gave up a little bit on a couple of points here and there, but I think overall it's worked for them, and it's got them to the 3-point lead here with 44.6 to go.
And again, we've seen now Xenia seems like they're going to start fouling now and not even going to rely on trying to get a steal. It seems really early with how tight this game is.
Right. And especially how good Sidney's been from the line as well.
Miles Fordemark at the line. He's got 11. Tied with second on the team. He's tied with Aizen Steele.
9 of 14 from the line for Sidney.
And the gamble nearly paid off, but Fordemark put it up too quickly, ripped it right back. Reynolds is fouled, and there was multiple opportunities. A miss, another miss on a layup by Fordemark, and that was just some opportunities slipping away from these Buccaneers.
Yep. They got to be able to take advantage of that now. And then Sidney also has got to take advantage of that and be able to put that away here and get some more points. But, yeah, Xenia's kind of letting this get some prime opportunities coming away from them here.
Reynolds dips in these fires, cannot connect. Davis with a rebound. So Xenia, multiple opportunities to get another possession, and Reynolds fouled yet again. And the final 1-and-1 opportunity for Sidney before they go to the double bonus. Man, for Xenia there, just leaving chances out there on the court.
Yep, they sure are. The last couple of times they've come up empty.
Reynolds connects. 2-possession lead for the Jackets. Timeout, Coach John Willoughby. All timeouts again brought to you by Precision Strip, but you think, you got to be kicking yourself if you're Xenia. It feels like you just lost all the energy. It feels like there's no energy from that Xenia sideline now.
Right. I don't know if it's just from, what has happened in the past, not being able to close out basketball games, having the issue doing that, if they feel that way or not. But, yeah, the last 3 really prime opportunities to be able to take control of the basketball have not been able to come up with it. Xenia's still pressing, Sidney's still pressing, being able to make that happen. So, very, very important trips here to the line, see how Xenia's going to react. And, have one more free throw here by Reynolds. See if this will make it a 4 or 5 point lead.
Reynolds with a game-high 18 points. As he's certainly most likely going to be an all-Miami Valley League selection. As he hits the second free throw, he's got now a game-high 19, and Xenia's got to work quickly, trailing by 5. He get the basketball up over to Weaver, and he's fouled. He'll have a 1-and-1 opportunity now, which, again, Xenia probably looking for a 3 on that possession.
Yeah, do you need it now? I guess that's the question. But I guess maybe the way their defense was going, maybe they felt that they a little bit easier to try to get the 3 now. But yeah, they drove and tried to go for 2 there.
And one opportunity. First one is good. Getting something for Xenia here. They're gonna immediately foul as Underwood hits the first Weaver hits the first free throw. He's got 12, and he misses the second one. They got a foul right away. If you're Xenia, Sidney, as the ball gets up the floor, and there's a foul call. They had a chance. They deflected the ball. The foul called late. 9 seconds now on the clock, as Reynolds really has a chance to put the nails in this game and take it home for Sidney.
Yeah, Xenia heard the bench yelling. I think they were yelling for a travel.
Yeah, I didn't really see one there as Reynolds connects in the first. He's at an even 20 points now. Reynolds connects. 21 points for the senior, and that might all but do it here with 9 seconds left as Xenia runs up the floor quickly. They take a quick 3. It falls well short, and that should all but do it here as the Sidney Yellow Jackets move to 4-1 on the season with a victory over the Xenia Buccaneers. And we'll let Michael tally up some stats here as we'll lead through some sponsors here on NKTelco Sports. Again, because without these sponsors, we would not be able to bring you high school boys basketball here on NKTelco Sports as Mr. Brightside plays over the speakers. Some of our sponsors are Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland Technology, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, the Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. Some of our additional sponsors are Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Fuelsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securecom, and the St. Henry Bank. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of boys high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the replays of this game again Thursday, December 22nd at 5 p.m. or Tuesday, December 27th at 9 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So if you want to catch games from Sidney that we have done in the past, we do have some archives up. Don't have everything posted from our fall season yet from the Sidney football games we did at home. We do have actually a few of them up, not all of them up yet. But you can catch archive games from our schools. If you want to know our schools, Sidney's the only Miami Valley League school. But the other schools in the Shelby County League that have a key motion camera like you can follow here at Sidney, those schools are Jackson Center, Botkins, and Russia. Our key motion schools in the MAC are New Knoxville, Minster, and New Bremen. Some other schools include Marion Local, Anna, Lehman Catholic, Fort Laramie. So let's take a look at our final totals and stats here, brought to you by Mr. Michael Laws.
Yeah, Xenia from 2-point range converted 13 out of 23. From 3-point land, they were 5 out of 26. Free throws were made 7 out of 11. Had 19 total team rebounds and 8 team turnovers. Sidney, 14 for 33 from 2-point range. 3-point range, 3 for 17. Free throws, I think, big key to finish this game, 13 of 20. Rebounds, they had 26 rebounds, definitely won the rebounding war, and 6 turnovers.
Again, it was a battle, an 11-point lead at one point in the third quarter for Xenia, but like we said in that Piqua game, we said it numerous times throughout the broadcast, they lost it, it slipped away, and the hometown Jackets here took advantage tonight and get their 4th win of the season.
Yep, big finish. That one timeout there by Coach Willoughby really, I think, set the tone, got the press. They were able to get back into this, press it, did give up a few points, but I think with great timing, was able to execute. Coach Willoughby, a great veteran, being able to pull this out and get them a 6-point win here in the Miami Valley League for the Jackets.
And the press was huge, too, that they put on as well. I mean, that press really kind of.
I think it really they gave up a little bit, just with Xenia being able to press it, but but also I think it helped also, especially they weren't when they were cold as well, because they were really cold in that first, and then they also kind of got a little bit cold late, but were able to get the opportunities and be able to get this out here and get a conference win.
So we have some unfinished business before we leave tonight. I'd like to name our NKTelco player of the game, and I'm going to let you choose someone from Sidney, Michael, someone that you think is deserving of our NKTelco player of the game here tonight from the Sidney Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, well, we're kind of pushing it around and being able to be able to get that, but I'm going to go with Miles Vordemark, actually, because he was able to come up with some big stuff, big rebounds later on down the road. It was very, very tough, but we're going to go with Miles Vordemark tonight. So great great rebounds coming up late, some great power and pressure, was able to hit some threes and be able to come up with some key baskets late. Helping out with Reynolds, Spraglin. Everybody had a steal. Everybody, having a good game. But I think we're going to go Miles Vordemark tonight. So
congratulations, Miles Vordemark, our NKTelco player of the game. Sidney notches their 4th victory of the season. They go to 4-1. They travel to Troy on Friday. Xenia falls to 0-4 on the season. They travel Friday to Greenville. So for the final time here tonight, the Sidney Yellow Jackets defeat the Xenia Buccaneers 54-48. For Michael Laws, I'm Brandon Coverman. We'll catch you here next time on NKTelco Sports.